Hello. Today I'm working on a Samsung laptop. This is the NP350V5C. The customer broke the LCD. It got caught in a reclining sofa and it crunched the LCD, but it also damaged the left hinge a little bit, and now the fan is making noise, so I believe a piece of plastic has fallen into the fan. The customer brought the laptop, a replacement display assembly, and a replacement fan. They sourced all the parts and brought this to me to replace, so that's great. Hopefully they're all the right parts. I don't see why they wouldn't be, except for the fact that I've managed to get the wrong parts in the past myself, but we will find out here. So I'm just going to open up this display assembly and have a look. I don't know whether it's new or used. It looks used as far as that. Yeah, it's definitely used, but it looks okay. There's some scuff marks on it. You can actually see a vertical line through it. I'm hoping that's nothing serious. It's the same color as the original. So it looks like that display assembly has the data connector, some antenna wires, and a webcam connector. Now, I've not taken one of these apart before, so I think I just need to figure out how to get the bottom taken off. This is old enough that it should be fairly straightforward and self-explanatory, but we're about to find out. Just going to take off these doors, these panels first. It's got an SSD. Sunbow. Looks like a memory upgrade. I'm not familiar with the Sunbow SSD. There's a bit of broken plastic in here. I'm gonna just turn this over. Nothing much coming out. Is this SSD mounted? Nope, just free. I wonder if there was a bracket. Might have to check some performance specs on this computer once we're done here. There's a bit of dust in there, but it doesn't look too bad. Now, I can see screws, case screws. There's a screw for the optical drive. Take that out and put it next to that screw. There are no screws hidden under there. So there's another panel here that has a Wi-Fi icon on it. So 3 different screws. The first 3 screws I've taken out, each one is different than the others. Not a good sign. Right. Well, I'm going to disconnect the wireless antenna wires. The black one is number 2, white one is number 1. They're quite long, so they're folded away and tucked in there. So they should be fairly easy to get out when it comes time. I think I'm going to take that wireless adapter out just in case it's attached to the bottom case. What's going on out there? Okay, I'm going to start taking out some screws. Now, that screw is missing. I didn't remove that screw, but it's not there. It looks like this screw also is, I'm assuming the bottom comes off. It looks like this bottom case bottom is going to come off, so any screw that seems to be holding that on is going to come out. Oh, that's not good. So the case screw down here is not coming out, so that tells me that the metal insert that the screw screws into is broken out of the case. Now I'm hoping that this doesn't prevent us from separating the case. That worries me. Same here. So this bottom left one came out. So this screw and this screw They're just turning and turning and turning. They're not, but they're not coming up out of the hole either because they're being trapped by the metal insert. So now, what else have we got holding this together? There's a screw in the middle. That's right next to the screw that was holding the panel closed. They're all different, so that's for the panel. What else? I'm really nervous about those screws that didn't come out. I think maybe, I wonder if that's why the customer brought this to me. They bought the parts thinking they'd be able to do this, but then couldn't get those screws out. It's quite possible that that's the case. So just going to gently, I mean, those first two clips, I barely touched this at all and they came unclipped. So far so good. It actually looks like it's going to be the top case and keyboard that come off and not the bottom case. I think the motherboard is mounted to this bottom case, I think. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'll know shortly. There is definitely still something holding this case together. I'm going to look underneath this foot. Yep. So this old gooey adhesive, oh no, there's no screw under there, okay. It's probably not going to stay very well now that I've disturbed it. So I'm going to try to pry this up from back here. The problem is not all of those screws released, and so this feels like it just, this side wants to go. Ah, look at that. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I feel like somebody has pried that open, but it won't quite release here. So now let's have a look here. So what has pried open there? So we've got, yeah, that and that. Those are separated. Yeah, so I guess the keyboard is supposed to come off. That keyboard plate. And we've got it released from part of this. So the keyboard has released from over here. I'm going to use a plastic pry tool so we don't cause any damage. Yeah, that's coming. Okay. Ah, no problem. Alright. Okay. So for some reason this is stuck up here. Let's just get under there with plastic. And release clips. Yep, that's working. No problem. There's one clip that seems to be stuck back here. Let's see if I can get in there. I'm not sure how to go about getting that unstuck. Maybe I can poke it from underneath. There we go, got it. Brilliant. This just feels wrong. This doesn't feel like something that should come off. Seems like it's still stuck in the middle, so I'm just going to poke through there. Make sure that all those clips are undone. Oh, there's one right by the battery connector. There we go. Okay. I'd like to say that was easy, but it wasn't at all intuitive. So now there's a ribbon cable that I can disconnect from underneath, actually, for the keyboard. So there's the keyboard disconnected. Now I can see already evidence of severely damaged case. So one of the screw inserts, the metal inserts that should be embedded in plastic, is just lying here with some broken plastic around it. Get some more light on the scene over here. So we'll set that over there. Interesting design, Samsung. So we've got some screws that come down from the top, a lot of them actually, 1, 2, 3. These might be holding the motherboard in though. I'm not sure which of these is holding the case together. It kind of feels like all of them. Okay. So the motherboard is mounted in the bottom case. So the display panel and bottom case that's where the hinges. So the hinges hold the display assembly onto the bottom case, and the motherboard is mounted in there. This top palm rest or top plate is held in with a number of screws, like a dozen screws, and I need to disconnect a few ribbon cables, well, 2 ribbon cables, 2 what look like audio connectors. I don't know. One of these is going to be speakers and one is probably power. I could be wrong. I don't know. So I'll start disconnecting. Now this ribbon cable here looks like it's just forced in. There's no ZIF lever. Wow, that's in there tightly. There we go. One might be, I was going to say cooling fan, but no, I'm not sure. So they both have their pins facing up, I think. Just want to be able to get this out later. Yeah, okay. I have to put it back the way it should be. Alright, so there are those 2. This ribbon cable is taped in here. I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem when it comes time to take this off, but we'll find out. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can feel it coming apart already. Did I get all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I assume that's all there are. Oh, yeah. Oh, that other black one didn't even need to come out. Is there another screw up here? Oh, no. So where the metal insert, the screw insert, was spinning freely when I was trying to remove the screw from the case, I can see there is, you can see it's here and it's broken. So when I put the screwdriver in the other side and turn it, that metal insert just spins freely. So that's locking the case together still. So I need to hold my needle nose pliers on there while I turn the screw from the bottom. Another metal insert fell out and was laying on my bench. So there are at least 3 broken metal inserts. So I'm going to try to do this in a way that you can see it, but I might have to move off camera so that I can see what I'm doing. Let's try to get a hold of this metal insert. Can he? Okay, got it. I know you couldn't quite see that. It was hard to get the screwdriver in there. But I think that means we now have... There's a lot of plastic that's fallen out of this computer. So now this top plate slash palm rest is free. I mean, that's weird. That metal insert was just laying there. What's it look like on the other side? No, there isn't a similar on the other side. Huh. I don't know, but that's going to require some fixing. Alright, so this hinge... So one of those metal inserts is broken out completely. I've never seen anything like this before. This power jack is... I don't know if you can see that or not, but the power jack is connected over here, but then it's got a ground that is under that screw. That's very strange. I've never seen anything like that before. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, good. I was worried that I might not be able to get that screw out without tearing that wire. See something new every day. Okay, this is a hinge screw. Right, I'll zoom us back out. I don't know if this... I can see plastic falling away there. So one of these screws is not okay. And let's look at the other side. So there are only... Well, there's one screw that's come up from the bottom that the metal insert is broken out. So I'm going to have to move this so that I can get my needle nose pliers on there. So there's the metal insert, and then the screw comes out. So that was the bottom right corner screw, the first one that I tried that didn't come out, or wouldn't come out. Right, now, before I take the screws off any further, I need to make sure that my wires are free and clear. So one of these, yes, this one is, I don't know if that's a microphone. I wouldn't imagine it's also the webcam, but it might be. So that's in a wire loom, and then the wireless antenna wires. Can I get these out of their little wire looms? If I feed them in from the bottom, it'll be much easier. There we go. Okay, so those are clear, and we'll come out with the lid. And now the video connector, that adhesive is quite stuck. Okay, so that's clear. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's the display assembly. This is the old one. I'm just gonna mark it, just in case, you know. I'm gonna compare it to the new one. So the connector is the same. It's got the same 3 wires. Yeah, good. Okay. The other repair we're doing today is the fan, but I want to look at these problems. So that screw there, geez, this screw boss is missing. It's broken through. So that hole shouldn't be that big. This hole should only be, this hole should look very much like this hole, where it's got plastic that the head of a screw will sit into. Now, I've done one of those repairs before, and it was dodgy. It was I had to drill a hole. I put a piece of plastic over it, and I had to drill a hole, but I don't have a drill here. I have a soldering iron. I could melt a hole, but that would not be ideal. I'm not sure what I can do for this. But then let's look at the other side as well. This is a mess. So there is kind of a mess of plastic in here. A bunch of plastic is broken out. I'm just going to take all these little bits out. We're not doing any good inside here. Ideally, we should replace this bottom case. Now this metal insert is completely broken free. as has that one. There's some more, there's a big dust bunny and some more plastic broken out here. Oh. Okay, so that insert and that insert. Oh my gosh. Oh. I can super glue those back into place, which I think is what I'm going to have to do. But first, let's replace the cooling fan. So the cooling fan is on the motherboard. There's a lot of dust bunnies in there. That cooling fan does not look great. So the motherboard, so I've just tipped it over and another bit of plastic just broke out. That's actually, I think that's the missing piece from over here. I hope that or there's another problem somewhere that I was not aware of. No, that's it. I think I can see where it's got little ribs on it. Although, no, this is more three-dimensional than this. Like, it's deeper. I don't think any of those go inside. Unless maybe they do, actually. No. No, that's from someplace else. Oh, it's from here. Yeah. It's from here. Boy, this case is a mess. I'm going to look up what a new bottom case for this computer will cost and phone the owner if it's reasonable, so bear with me. Okay, I'm going to continue working on this just in case the customer doesn't want to replace the bottom case, because it would be possible to piece this together. It's just not going to be pretty. So I'm going to pop this motherboard out and replace the fan. The fan is plugged in up here. The red wire is closest to me, the front of the laptop. So let me take this little connector out. It's quite firmly in there. Okay, there we go. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that might be holding the battery connector in. Oh, yeah, there's another. Good Lord. Another piece of plastic. I think it's only these screws don't even come out. This screw here is probably the only thing. Oh, yeah, the only screw holding the motherboard in. I'm gonna take these two cables out. These are just friction mounted. Boy, getting those back in is gonna be fun, isn't it? And then that's everything. Just one screw here, I think. Where'd it go? There it is. So there's the heat sink. I don't know what else is holding this in. Oh, there's a power jack. Okay. This motherboard. Oh yeah, the power connector. So there's going to be a connector on the back of the motherboard here. That, I'm not exactly sure how that comes off. There's a lot of dust here. So with this connector, the black is at the edge of the board. I'm not sure how that comes out. I'm not sure it does come out. Well, I might just take the whole thing with the motherboard. I'm going to take this in the back and blow it out, but I wanted to get it open first to see what I was dealing with and maybe shake some more plastic out of here. The big dust bunny, and then let's... Okay. I'm going to take this fan out before I blow it out. It looks okay, but it is caked in dust. Whew. Yeah, I would venture to guess that some plastic from that hinge mount could have easily made its way into that fan, and that's what the customer was hearing. Okay, I'll be back when I'm done blowing it out. Right, I'm going to try to do a repair here. Now, is it this one? I think I've got a piece here that fits right there. Fits just like that. That's a perfect fit. Okay. So a good place to use just plain old super glue. Here it comes. Yay. Alright, we've got super glue. Probably too much super glue. But that's okay. Well, having this light off to my left makes this very difficult. Makes it hard to see when I put my left hand over here, so I need to rethink this light position. Hopefully that's a little better. I don't know. So now, all of the rest of these, those are fine. So there was one, where is it? In the middle of the motherboard. Gonna put my towel under that. So this boyo here, that I think I know which piece goes in there. It's this one here. So I found a piece that has, so this piece here, I'll have to turn my tool. Okay. So it'll go like this. So let me get some glue on there. Alright. Part of this part's problem is that I think the plastic broke. It started separating off on the side here. Just gonna press on that for a few seconds. I mean, it's okay. I might put another tiny drop on the crack on the side. There. That's nice. Okay. Let's advance over to the real problem. Now this piece here has quite a unique shape. So one of the pieces that broke off goes 90 degrees away, so I'm wondering if it's not there, or I wonder if it's there. Doesn't seem to be. What about in here? Maybe. That's beautiful. Fits. I'm very happy with this. So this fan, so it's going to go like this. It's going to screw in there and then attach to the, plug into the motherboard. So let me disconnect this one. Okay, so that's how that goes. Let's screw that fan in. There are numbers on the fan. 1, 2, 3, so that must be the torquing sequence. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then there were 2 motherboard screws. No, there was only 1 motherboard screw. It was here. And then these ribbon cables that made me nervous because they're not ZIF sockets. Oh, nice. Okay. That's in. Lovely. I mean, so let's see. There's that power cable, or the power jack. How does that fix in there? I guess it just snaps in. I'm going to get that down into that little wire loom. So this had all pulled free when the hinge went. So it wasn't in place when I took it apart. But I think I can get that down there. Yeah, I think I have to put the display on now. I guess we'll see if my repairs are compatible with that hinge, because they might not be. I might need to, oh yeah, I definitely need to alter. Oh no, it fits. Wow. You're impressed, I can tell. Okay. I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but so far so good, you know? Those screw holes look okay. I feel like I might have blocked a hole or two. Let me stick a screw in each side. Started. Let me get a couple in this side, because this side seems a little more stable. I need to open the hinge a little bit more. There we go. I had to take one screw out to size it against the other ones, against my little box of screws here. Okay. I was really skeptical that this repair was going to be even possible originally, but I think I've done it. I mean, I do feel like this is going to work. Just trying to get these wires tucked under their little wire loom. Yeah. So the Wi-Fi antennas go under. Oh, I see. No, we gotta come into this little zone, and then under there, in that little track. Okay, nice. Okay, so one of these takes a left and goes up into here, maybe under this little piece of tape or something. And then the other ones go through this little hole, I think, so that they can go to the underside of the case. Alright. Plug in the cooling fan. So some other ribbon cables go in, but I think those are part of... let's see, what do we have here? So I guess 3 connections. What's that? Oh, I see. So that's the speaker wires, and then the power switch, and the trackpad. Don't like the way this angles in there. Oh, that was nice. This is a ZIF socket, and then this one should just snap in place there. Jeepers, okay. Oh, this isn't gonna fit, is it? My repair is in the way of this, I think. Maybe it's not. No, it is. Alright. Let's get this unsnapped again so I can have a look-see. I see this computer's been around for a while. Speaking to the customer, they just want it. It's a good old computer, so they want to keep it going and use it as a spare. I can completely relate to that. Wish my Amazon package would get here. Right, so what's in the way here? So that fits around that just fine. I think it's okay, actually. Maybe the screw isn't quite flush enough. So I'm cutting away a little bit of that tape so that I can put some new tape on there and have it hold. I don't know how well this is going to actually hold, but it's better than doing nothing, I think. Yeah. Basically holding their tape down. So I'm going to fold this up and out of the way so it doesn't block airflow. Still feels a little bit high there, doesn't it? What's it hitting? So the back of that speaker is just not quite going down. Yeah, okay, no, it does. Lovely. Okay, so now I have a bunch of screws to put in from this side. I think there were 12 of them. So this one has an arrow, but not a... Oh no, it does have a sign, okay. The size of the screw. It seems awfully long. There's a motherboard under there. I'm going to hold up... That just seems too long. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, okay. So it does go in there. And it felt right, so it's fine. Sometimes you have to use your judgment as well. Where's that one go? Oh, there. Okay. Okay, the keyboard. So that ribbon cable has to go through. I'll just make sure it is. Yeah, it is. Okay. Boy, there is a lot of taking apart to get that, to get back down to that. So this screw is never going to go back in. Never going to actually do anything important. That's one recently glued. And both of those are. This one was broken out completely. Oh, let's put those clips in first. Yeah, okay. I'll go around the top with these screws, the obvious ones. Wow, that was long. No, 8mm. 8mm. Oh yeah, one of those was missing, wasn't it? I bet I have a replacement. These are quite long. Mine might not be quite as long, but is it the same thread? Yeah, we should be all right here. So I think mine are 7mm. Okay. So I have the optical drive screw, I gotta put in the keyboard ribbon cable, don't I? Okay. This hard drive was not really being held in, was it? But there was a screw underneath it. It's this one. And then there was the wireless card with its little... It had a black screw. This little short black screw. So with the antenna wires, I remember saying the black wire was number 2 and the white wire was number 1. These are quite long. I don't like that that's just riding free in there, but it's not the worst thing I've seen. So then the optical drive was this other silver screw. Alright, so now I'm going to put these doors on. We've got these 2 doors. Alright, it lives. It's booting up. I saw the Samsung logo. I think you have a dead battery. Look at the power. Well, that's not good. I can hear the fan, but the display is off. We had a display earlier. I can actually see that there's backlight on the display. Where is Windows? Let's try HDMI. Okay. Not panicking. So there we've got the Samsung display. Ah, there's a Windows logo. Okay. Maybe it was the change of memory, changing the position of the RAM. So now we've got Windows, we had a little Windows wait cursor. There we go, we've got everything we need. Display, I can hear the fan. All of this looks great. Right, well, this laptop works absolutely fine. So, thank you for watching.